Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session we have discussed about Gram's law of diffusion and diffusion, and even we have also considered various numericals. Well, in this session we are going for one of the most important concept of the chapter. It is kinetic molecular theory of a gases. Okay, ಏನಿದೆ ಹೆಸರು kinetic molecular theory of a gases. Well, in order to explain the behavior of a gases, okay, in order to explain the overall behavior of a gases, two scientists, Maxwell and Boltzmann, they proposed a theory. These are the two scientists, Maxwell and Boltzmann. These are the two scientists who proposed a theory called kinetic molecular theory of a gases. Okay, what is the purpose of this theory? To explain the behavior of a gases. Okay, and they made certain postulates in this theory. Well, we look for postulates of kinetic molecular theory of a gases. Well, the first postulate is what it says: gases contain a large number of tiny particles called molecules. Okay, so all individual gases, they made up of, or they contain large number of teeny particles, smallest and small particles, they are called molecules, gaseous molecule. Means, say if I consider oxygen gas means this oxygen gas is made up of what? A small oxygen molecules. Hydrogen gas means is made up of small, that is tiny particles, they are referred as a hydrogen molecules. So as like generally what we are saying, gases contain a large number of teeny particles called molecules. Okay, is the first postulate. Second, there is no force of attraction or repulsion. There is no force of attraction, there is either force of attraction nor repulsion between the gaseous molecules. So what is the assumption made is, there is no force of attraction or repulsion, there is no force of attraction or repulsion between the gaseous molecules. Andre ella gas alli enirutte, all the gases made up of gaseous molecules, and there is no force of attraction or repulsion between the gaseous molecules. So is the second postulate. Next, the molecules are moving randomly in all the directions. Means, say here all the gaseous molecules, they have a random motion, they irrespective of directions. Yes, gaseous molecules, they move in all the directions. So suppose consider is a vessel filled with the gaseous molecules. Okay, consider these are the circles indicating gaseous molecules. So gases, at what for the first postulate, what it says, gases contain large number of tiny particles, they are called molecules. So this is circle indicating a molecule. Second, there is no force of attraction or repulsion exists between the gaseous molecules. Means these particles neither attracted by one another or repelled by one another. So is the second postulate. Further, the molecules are moving randomly in all directions. Means whatever the gaseous molecules, they have a random motion, means they move randomly in all the directions. Okay, so there is no any specific direction for this movement of gaseous molecules, therefore they have a random motion in all the directions. So is the third postulate. So first postulate, what we said, gases contain large number of tiny particles called molecules. Second, there is no force of attraction and repulsion between the gaseous molecules. And the third one, molecules are moving randomly in all directions. Okay, well, next, the molecules are colliding with each other with the walls of the container. Okay, so what we are saying, see here, during their random movement, what are the possibilities? We get two possibilities here. The molecules colliding with each other is the one possibility. Means molecules, they collide with one another during their random movement. Molecules may collide with one another. So consider these are the two molecules. Okay, in a vessel, they collide with each other. Okay, this is the one type of interactions we observe here. What is the second type of observation? Means they even collide with the walls of the container. So when it is filled with, filled inside a vessel, the gaseous molecules may come in contact with the inner wall of a vessel. Means what is a collision? Second type of collision is they even collide with the walls of a container. So generally we are saying the molecules are colliding with each other and with the walls of a container. Okay. Well, next postulate, the pressure exerted by gas molecules. Okay, the pressure exerted by gas molecules is due to the collision made on the walls of the container. Means how the gaseous molecules they exert pressure means it is because of what? Because of the collision, because of their collision on the walls of a container. So gaseous molecules as they collide on the inner wall of a container, it leads to what? It leads to pressure. So means what we are saying, the pressure exerted by gaseous molecules on the walls of a container, that is force. The force exerted by gaseous molecules on the walls of a container is nothing but generally we call it as a pressure. So therefore what we are saying, the pressure exerted by gas molecules is due to the collisions made on the walls of a container. Okay. Well, next, the molecular collisions are perfectly elastic. Okay, the molecular collisions are perfectly elastic in nature. Next, there is no gravitational effect on the movement of a gas molecules. What's the next postulate says? So means say all the matter in the universe is under, means on the earth is going to experience gravitational effect, gravitational force. But what that postulate says is there is no gravitational effect on the movement of a gas molecules, since on earth the movement of every particles are influenced by gravitational force. But as for the kinetic molecular theory of gases, what is the assumption made here? There is no gravitational effect. There is no gravitational effect on the movement of a gas molecules. Okay. Well, next, the kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So what is one more postulate made here? Kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. So kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Means if you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy also increases. In turn, what happens? The force exerted by gaseous molecules increases, which in turn results into high pressure. Okay, so we can correlate such kind. If the temperature increases, kinetic energy increases. So force exerted by gaseous molecules increases. Therefore, pressure of a gas also increases. Well, we are looking for postulates here. So one of the postulate, what it says, kinetic energy of the gas molecules is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay, that is K is proportional to T. Further, so on the basis of postulates of kinetic theory of a gases, okay, a equation is derived and is known as kinetic gas equation. What is the basis here? Based on the postulates of a kinetic theory of gases. What is that equation is? It is called a kinetic gas equation. So that equation is PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnc square. Please remember this, PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnc square. So here P, what it is? P is the pressure of the gas. V indicates the volume of the gas. Here M indicates the mass of a molecule, and N indicates the number of molecules present in a given amount of molecule. Then C square, that is C is the root mean square velocity of the gaseous molecules. So according to kinetic theory of gases, so what is that kinetic gas equation? Which will be equal to PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnc square. P pressure, V volume, M mass of the gas, N number of molecules present, and C is the Root means square, velocity. So remember this expression. Okay. Then if I consider calculation of kinetic energy, okay, that is kinetic energy. As per the postulate what we said, kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Well, how we can arrive at kinetic energy means, consider according to kinetic molecular theory of gases, kinetic gas equation will be PV is equal to 1 by 3 mnc square. We have this expression. Well, for 1 gram mole of a gas, if I consider this expression is given for 1 mole of a gas, then PV is equal to RT. Okay, PV is equal to RT. Here N, what it indicating? N is the number of molecules. 1 mole means how much? It is the Avogadro number, right? Here capital N indicating Avogadro's number. Okay, means for 1 mole of a gas, that expression will be 1 by 3 m capital N C square, which is equal to RT. According to ideal gas expression, PV is equal to nRT we have, right? PV is equal to nRT. For 1 mole of gas means what I can say? PV for 1 mole of a gas, PV is equal to RT, since N is equal to 1, right? So PV is equal to RT, and further here N, what that indicating? N indicating in a ideal gas equation, that N indicates number of molecules. Now in this case N becomes what? Capital N. For 1 mole means that small n will be equal to what? Small n will be equal to capital N, that is Avogadro's number. So here now we can equate here 1 by 3 m. So instead of small n I am writing Avogadro number capital N C square, which is equal to RT. For 1 mole of gas will be equal to RT. Further, this 1 by 3, how we can write is 2 by 3 into 1 by 3. Can we, sorry, 1 by 2. Can we write like this? So if you simplify it, say 2 get cancels, remaining will be 1 by 3 itself, right? So just I am multiplying with the 2 and dividing with the 2. Nothing can be changed. So just we are rearranging that expression. 2 by 3 into half mn C square, which is equal to RT. Since here what we can notice is, we know that kinetic energy K, we know this formula, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Is the well known relation. Kinetic energy is equal to half of mv square. V is nothing but here velocity. Here C is also nothing but velocity. So instead of V I can write a C here, half mc square. Can I write like this? Kinetic energy is nothing but half mc square. Now here if it is multiplied with n, meaning if this n is taken on another side, what it would be? Just we can visualize here Ke by n, right? Meaning Ke by n is nothing but kinetic energy per mole of a gas. So same thing we are mentioning here, half mc square n is nothing but, it is what? It is the kinetic energy per mole. So here you can visualize 1 by 2 mn c square, say half mc square n, 1 by 2 mn c square, which is nothing but kinetic energy per mole of a gas. So instead of writing this quantity, what I can write? So kinetic energy is equal to, just instead of half mn c square, whatever writing, kinetic energy, which is equal to 3 by 2 is taken on other side, it will be 3 by 2 RT as it is. Okay, so here what is kinetic energy? It is the kinetic energy per mole of a gas. So what is the relation we got? Ke, kinetic energy, is equal to 3 by 2 RT. R is a gas constant and T is the temperature. So 3 by 2 is a number constant. Therefore, if you remove these constant terms, what we can say? Kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. If you remove those constant terms, we can get the relation here. Kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay. Now, if I consider for n number of moles, for n moles, kinetic energy will be equal to 3 by 2 into 3 by 2 into nRT. So here what that n indicating? N indicating the number of moles generally. Then average kinetic energy per mole, if I consider average kinetic energy per mole, it does not depend on the nature of a gas. So in the expression, nowhere we have considered any terms which are related to nature of a gas, right? There is, when you look at the terms here, see n indicating number of moles, R indicating gas constant, and T indicating absolute temperature. Means here that kinetic energy, or I can see average kinetic energy per mole, does not depend on what? It does not depend on the nature of the gas only, but it depends only on what? It depends only on temperature. Okay, so the average kinetic energy per mole does not depend on the nature of a gas, but it depends only on the temperature. If you increase the temperature, the average kinetic energy increases. If you decrease the temperature, that average kinetic energy of the gaseous molecules decreases. Therefore, we say kinetic energy is directly proportional to absolute temperature. Okay. Well, thus when two gases are mixed, okay, whenever if you mix any two gases at same temperature, what we are specifying, when two or more gases are mixed at same temperature, there will be no rise or decrease in the temperature unless and until both reacts chemically. If they do not undergo any chemical reactions, then there is no rise in or decrease in the temperatures. Please remember this. So whenever two gases are mixed at same temperature, okay, at same temperature, there will be no rise or decrease in the temperature unless both reacts chemically. Okay. Well, so average kinetic energy per molecule, which is equal to 3 by 2 RT divided by N per mole of a gas, capital N. So 3 by 2, here R is a constant, N is also constant, Avogadro number. So instead of writing R by, okay, R by N, K we are writing. So R by N is nothing but K. So instead of writing R by N, we are writing K, T as it is. So average kinetic energy per molecule will be equal to 3 by 2 kT. Okay, 3 by 2 K into T. Here K indicating it is a Boltzmann constant. Okay, K is a Boltzmann constant. The ratio R by N, ratio what is R? Gas constant, N is the Avogadro number. The ratio of gas constant to the Avogadro number is a constant. This value will be constant and is called Boltzmann constant. Okay, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು Boltzmann constant ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, well, the numerical value for Boltzmann constant, if you substitute R value and N value, then the value for Boltzmann constant will be, it is 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 16 erg per Kelvin per mole. Okay, ergs per Kelvin per mole, or 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 joules per Kelvin per mole. So remember the values for Boltzmann constant, 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 16 erg per Kelvin per mole, or 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 joules per Kelvin per mole. Okay, well, consider a MCQ here. Kinetic energy of 1 mole of a gas, kinetic energy of 1 mole of a gas is equal to 3 by 5 RT, 3 by 4 RT, 3 by 2 RT, 3 RT. So what is the answer? 3 by 2 RT. Kinetic energy of 1 mole of a gas will be equal to 3 by 2 RT. Okay. Then the value of Boltzmann constant is 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 joules per Kelvin per mole. Just before you have seen, yes, it is true. Next 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 16 joules per Kelvin per mole. Next 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 8 joules per Kelvin per mole, and 1.28 into 10 raised to minus 16 joules per Kelvin per mole. So what is the answer? Answer A, 1.38 into 10 raised to minus 23 joules per mole. Okay. Well, so with this I am going to conclude about this session. Again in the next session we go for other concept. Thank you. Be safe.